I just want to give you guys a quick reminder. I am doing a free commission at 100 subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed and you're interested in winning that giveaway, hit that sub button. Thank you very much and have a good one. Yo, what is going on, gamers? And I am finally back with a brand new piece. Today, I have finished my REM piece from ReZero. I decided to do ReZero because I really love the anime, and I've actually read a little bit of the light novel. I'm caught up a bit on the light novel, but I haven't really watched season 3 that much. I got through the first episode. I'm kind of just letting it all kind of upload, and I'm probably just gonna binge it all. I'm not sure if it's completely done yet. I know that a lot of seasons are starting to end here, but I'm really excited for the season 3 because I've read it and I know that it's about to go down. So I'm really excited for it. There's a lot of cool things that are going on, and because of that, I was like, you know what? I haven't done a REM piece since like day 100-ish, and it was a really kind of poor one. It was really half-arsed almost. If I remember to put it up on the screen, I'll show you what I mean. Since I haven't done a REM piece in forever, and I love ReZero, like REM is probably my second favorite character. It's either REM or Beatrice. I like both of them a lot. I also like Subaru. Amelia, honestly, I don't really like her that much. But maybe after watching the anime for a bit more, maybe I'll learn to like her. Like, she's definitely an okay character, but I like how REM is like a real one, you know, like she is a ride or die. I'm not gonna say any spoilers or anything like that, but she's a real one. This moment kind of, or what I've kind of drew here, the moment that I'm kind of thinking of is, again, this is a little bit of a spoiler. I forget if it's season 1 or season 2. I think it's season 2 middle. So if you don't want to hear it, just skip a little bit ahead. I remember Subaru is kind of in this really despaired state. What I come to think of it as is like he's super depressed, and I see not Emilia, REM is there for him. He basically confesses her feelings towards him. I don't know why this is like really messed up, but he was just like, he like gets out of it, like she's like super inspirational, and he's like, he kind of locks in a bit. But then he's like, oh, I love Amelia, by the way. And I was like, bruh. So this piece is kind of inspired by that moment. Basically dissing her, and like instead of her having like a bittersweet reaction, it's more of like a yandere kind of really upset reaction. You could probably tell by the end of it. This piece wasn't supposed to be anything crazy, and it's not really. It did take me quite a bit of time. I wanted to change my methods around a little bit, and that may be why you clicked on this video, is for me to talk about this, and I love to. For a long time, I've done a lot of different methods. I've done box method for full bodies, and then I switched from doing box to bone structure method. And what I mean by that is, like, I'll draw like the rib cage and the pelvis, and I'll connect everything, and it's really complicated, and it's really hard to get correct 100%, and I find that my pieces end up a little bit instead of doing that, I decided, I actually was browsing Twitter, and I seen a pixel artist that I enjoy, Cadet. I've talked about it before. I see one of his pieces. Whenever I look at art, I kind of look at it a little different. I look at it like, how is this kind of made? I don't know. It's a little weird. Like I look at how the construction, like the shapes. And I was looking, I was like, I don't even know if they're doing a bone structure. I was like looking at some of their pieces, like at least some of the early ones. I'm not 100% sure how they do it exactly. To me, it looks like I could break down a lot of their very popular pieces into shapes. And this is what I'm doing here. Instead of doing this very convoluted bone structure method that I've been doing, but it's convoluted, but it works good if you're good at it. But instead, I was like, I'm going to try just making super simple shapes and connecting them and having it more like sharper edges and stuff like that for the body and smoothing out later on. I wanted to try this, and I think it came out really well, and I'm going to start doing this more. So basically what I had done is, if you're seeing this right now, is like when I'm building this character, instead of building the rib cage, I'm building kind of more of like a trapezoid sort of shape for the upper part of the body. I draw like a line of action. You should always draw a line of action to kind of tell where the weight is going and how the body's moving. And I draw a trapezoid for the upper torso area, and then I draw a line to where I think the stomach's going to land. I want her like torso to be roughly about one head, or a little bit less. It's okay. This is a roughly about one head because the character is around 6¼ inches heads tall. So I try to stay at least a bit true to the character. Obviously, we went a little wild on the thickness here, but you know, that's how she goes. But yeah, I did that, and then I drew a simple circle that is roughly, I would say, 1.5 wide. You want the hips of a female character to be larger than their shoulder width. If you don't, you're gonna have a more slim and childlike looking character. That's okay if that's what you want. This was just, I want to have very prominent features so that I myself can see, okay, does this actually work, or am I dumb? But I think this worked out really well. I went pretty simple with the shading for a while and constructed the character. I made them, again, extra thick. A little bit because I wanted to. So once I did that, I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty good. So I think going forward, I'm going to try, instead of doing like the rib cage and all that, simple shapes and connecting them and then rounding it out a little bit, because I understand proportions at least a bit more now. And if you're starting out and you're not really sure, learn about proportions. Like this, from shoulder to shoulder, it should be about 2 heads. The rib cage is about 1 to 1.5 heads long. The stomach connects obviously to the torso, the lower torso, and how many heads is that connected to? How wide are those hips supposed to be? Where are the legs supposed to be? Where's the gravity? There's a lot to learn. Take it one step at a time. I'm still learning constantly, and I'm trying to improve. So the point of this piece, to kind of get a hands-on on working with more hands again. I've been talking about this. I want to be better at hands. I want to get better at full body. And right now I'm starting to get into a comfortable state. This wasn't terrible. This took me about 5 hours to do with all the shading, and like I work every few days, like every day I'll work on it a little bit after work or something like that. I want to get better at things. So the next piece I'm going to do, now that I'm kind of comfortable with this, is I'm going to get a cooler pose, a more dynamic pose, or maybe I'll add some foreshortening in there. I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging next time. The whole point of this was just to kind of get the hands down and more full body stuff, and experiment with a new kind of method. So again, my future pieces, I'm planning on making some more dynamic posing pieces. I want to get better at shading. That's something I'm going to get better at, and also hands. And I want to do full body here soon, like with like the knees and the feet. I haven't done that yet. That's something I want to do. I want to get a little bit more challenging, a little bit more dynamic in there. These are just some of the thoughts that I have going through. If you guys have any questions on how, like this, you're obviously watching kind of like the full kind of skip. I had to cut out a large portion of this. It was not safe for work. YouTube definitely would not like that. I had to cut out a lot of shading and a lot of like actually constructing like the actual body itself. So if you guys have any questions about that, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you're feeling a little frisky, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I've been trying my hardest to kind of push out content for you guys, and I really enjoy all the comments and everything everyone's been saying. Also, if you made it to the end, I have a surprise giveaway thing kind of going on. Not really surprise anymore. I'm giving away a free full body commission to a lucky subscriber at 100 subs. So please subscribe if you haven't, if you're interested in that. I'm gonna pick a winner. I'll probably choose a commenter or something like that. I'll go through all the videos and kind of pick, and I'll figure out how I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll make a video on it or something. Not sure, but at least subscribe. I'll pick at least a subscriber that was within the 100 days there. But yeah, again, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, also comment down below. I'd love to answer anything. Or if you guys have you work on your own art and just want to talk about it, let me know. I'd love to see what's going on. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy the content I've been pushing out. It's really been a lot of fun doing it. So I'm gonna keep going if you don't like me. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.